Welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to try and build a spreadsheet model in which we have a video store, and this video store is going to be allow us to calculate the costs of rentals, where we've got film choices that we could compare. Here for example we've got Shrek 2, we've got a price per night. We can alter the number of nights. We can type in the amount that maybe the snacks cost that we bought at the DVD rental store, and it will find the total cost. And we could compare this perhaps with a film choice 2 that we might want to make. We might want to look at Jaws, which apparently is a special offer, and we could have that for 7 nights. And you can see a graph here showing the total costs, and on the right the total costs are shown. Let's try and build this. First thing I'm going to do is create this light pink background. So I've got an empty sheet, go to the background, I can see some colours there. Let's select all the cells on the sheet by clicking on the top left here, and then I'm going to decide that all the background will be that kind of nice purpley pink colour. Let's put these headings in: Cine Rent and Fantastic Film Calculator. Okay, so I'm going to go to Home, and I'm going to insert, I'm looking for a text box, insert text box, and I think we'll insert something here. I'm going to type the word Cine Rent, and I'm going to highlight this text. I want it nice and big. I'm going to choose Calibri, but it's going to be really big. I'm going to make it 80, and I'm going to make the first part of that word bold, and I think I'll make that text white, and I'm going to make the background a really dark purpley colour. So now we've got Cine Rent. You can see I've done another text box inserted here, spell it right, take Film Calculator, highlight this, and on this occasion I'd like the background to be black, and I'd like the text to be white, and I'd like the size to be, well, not 80 this time, but kind of 24. You can select these boxes and you can rotate them. You can select the box and you can rotate it. You can make this box a bit larger, and you can highlight the text and you can center it, and then we can actually select the box, move to the edge of the box, and you can move it to where you want, and you can move that to where you want. That'll be fine for later. I'm going to insert an online picture. I'll type DVD, and I think I'll have that one, and I'll insert that, and that can go the top left there, and that's got a professional look to our little video rental store model. Well, I want to get these tables set up with these words, so I'm going to just type in the words that I require here, and you can see I've typed them in there. I need to make that column nice and wide. There it is, and I think I'll copy it again, a set of words over here for the second video selection, and that's nice and wide. If you haven't got the font as you wanted, remember it had to be a kind of purple background and white text. You can obviously highlight the area, and you can go to Home, and you can make sure you've got a nice purple background, and the text should be white, and that looks pretty good. I'm going to type film, type here film choice 1, and across here I'm going to write film choice 2, and I'm going to, again, Home, I'm going to set the background color to be black, and I'll make the background color to be black and the text to be white. And just probably need to make that a bit bigger. Instead of 11, I'm going to make it 14. Oops, check that. 11. I'm going to make that 16. And then I'm going to use the format painter here, which will copy the format there. Click on here and it'll copy the format across there. I want to put numbers into these cells. I'm going to highlight these cells, click on home, and I quite like the texture to have a background color white, and right click on the cells, format cells, and we should be able to set the border, outline, inside, and you can make it, if you want outline inside, let's have a look. And now I've got space for the numbers, and we're going to do that over here as well. Underneath these cells where I'm going to put numbers, I'd like to have the purple color that I've got here, so I'll just go back to home, format painter, which copies that purple, select those cells and that one goes purple, format painter again, select those cells and that goes purple. That black line we can get rid of by highlighting those cells. There's a bit of a border there. Format cells, see that border on the left, click done, no border, OK, and that's gone. So it's done on both sides now. So just ready to put some names and numbers in there. Right, I put Shrek, £1.50, 3 and 2 in there, and the next thing to do is to set the formatting of these cells. Obviously the price per night should display that in pounds, so format, right click and then select format cells, number, this is currency, I'd like it to have the pound sign, 2 decimal places, that's much better. And the snacks cost also should be the same, so you repeat, right click, format cells, currency, and that's done. And you now have something that looks far better. I'm going to select all the cells, and I think I'll try and align them. Let's see what center looks like. That looks fine. I'm going to make this look a bit bigger. I think I'll go home and make the font bigger. I'm going to make it Calibri 14. That's easier to see. Well, we want to work out the rental cost now. We're going to have to use a formula which always begins with equals, and it's going to equal the price per night, so I click on that cell, multiplied by the number of nights, enter, and you've got £4.50. The snack cost, well, the total snack cost simply is going to equal that cell there, so let's just put equals whatever that cell is. We could type it in, you could type in B23, or simply just click on the cell, B23. And now we want a total. Well, what formula are we going to use for a total? I think we need to use a sum formula, equal sum, and you can open bracket and then select the two costs, the two cells that we're going to add, the B26 and 27, enter, and I've got a cost now, £6.50. To tidy this up, I'm going to highlight all those cells, and I think I'm going to set the alignment to the right here so it all looks neat, and that looks great. You can see now I've copied the information into film choice 2. The only one left is the total cost, so I can actually copy the formula there. If you actually copy it, you don't need to type it again. Click on that cell. It's so clever. If you now do edit copy, now you do edit paste, it not only copies the formula over, it adjusts the formula. It's called relative cell addressing. So instead of B26 to B27, the formula is now changed to E26 and E27. So we got the total cost for the two films. I'm going to introduce some special feature called a spinner control, which would allow me to change the number of nights. We had this before. Do you remember this? This would be rather good, wouldn't it? So we're going to do that on this sheet now. First thing you need to do is make sure you've got this developer tab. If you haven't got the developer tab, you need to go to File, Options, Customize Ribbon, Make sure that tab is selected. Okay, then you go to developer, and we can now insert, and we're looking to insert this one here, which is a spin button, and I'll drag a spin button across there. It's not quite the right, that's a bit better. Hopefully it won't, that'll do for the moment. And then if you right click on the spin button, look at format control, and we can then need to correct that. You go to developer, insert, it's not this one, active controls, there's one up here on form controls. Select spin button under form control. If you do that and draw it, when you right click you'll find again under format control a control option, and that says the current value should be 1, the minimum value should be 1, and the maximum number of nights, let's say you can have it out, is 30. It goes up by 1, and we're going to link this control to that cell there. I've selected the cell, enter, and OK that button. Now when you click the buttons, the numbers change nicely for you. I'm going to copy that, and I'm going to paste it over here, put it next to this one here, right click, format control, this time change the cell so that it's connected to, let's get rid of all the entries now, it's connected to that cell, E22, and we'll OK that. So now that one goes up and down. You now see I've written film choice 1 and 2 on the right here. Again, I'd like to put the costs here, so I'll put equals, I'm not going to type the number, I'll put the cell. The film choice 1 cost is equal B30, and film choice 2 is equal that cell there. Now we're going to try and create a chart. Make this column L nice and wide, and delete any columns so there's no gap between the film choice 1 and the next column where the total is. You'll need that in a minute. Right, now go to insert, and we're going to insert a 3D column here, and now we need to right click, select the data. Now we're going to add simply 2 values here, so click on add, and we're going to look at the values here. Delete that, click on the red, and we'll have that one, and then the only other one we're going to have is the film choice 2 cost, so put comma and that one. It's those 2, enter. Now you've got 2 bars, and we'll simply OK that for the moment. And let's edit the labels, so that the horizontal axis labels, let's edit that so that we can actually get the labels underneath, and the labels are here, film choice 1 and film choice 2, enter, and I've got them there. OK, and I'll OK that. That's lovely. So now when I alter the prices, you'll see the charts change. Click on the plus here, and you're going to be able to select the titles, the vertical title, and you can edit that. I'll do that. That's the y-axis title done. So now if you click on plus again, we can look at the other axis title, which is the displayed here, actually, the chart title. You can either type it in there, actually, if you type up here what you want, it'll update it for you. Click on the title there, highlight it. I think I quite like that to be bold, and I think if I can manage it, I'd like to make sure that it's also nice and black. That looks great.